Hello, everyone! As we were waiting for episode 74 to get dropped by Boom, we just received two huge interviews where so much information was revealed about the future episodes of Skibidi Toilets. And lots of attention in there was focused on Astro Toilets fraction and their hierarchy. And don't forget this new mysterious titan that we have actually already seen before, according to Boom. I believe that all this information was revealed to us for a reason, and that Astro Toilets will play just a huge role in the future of Skibidi Toilets plot. So today I'm not only going to predict what kind of plot twists are we about to face in the future episodes that are connected to Astro Toilets, but also remember the whole story of their legendary fraction. What is their origin and why are they so mighty in comparison to Skibidi Toilets? Why is Boom so sneaky about their hierarchy? And most importantly, who was the very first Astro Toilet that we saw in the series? You're never gonna guess the right answer. Well, if you want to know all the answers to these questions, then get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end, because I saved the most interesting part for later. Let's go! And I would like to start this video with the most fascinating fact we all came across not long after an interview of Elite Cameraman with Boom came out, and I actually didn't see that coming. The thing was that Boom changed the description of episode 51. Previously, it looked like Titan Cameraman cleaning the mess, but now it reads as Titan Cameraman fights with giant Astro Toilet troop, which blew everybody away for several reasons. First one was that we actually got to know that the undefeatable Skibidi Titan Cameraman fought with was in fact a part of Astro Toilet fraction, which we didn't know before, because it was a common knowledge for Skibidi fans that the first UFO toilet appeared only in episode 53. And secondly, this description basically revealed to us that this toilet from episode 51 was just a troop, although a large one, which means that there is a really complex hierarchy system in Astro Toilet fraction similar to the one that Skibidi Toilets have. But it may be even more complicated, and the number of Astro Toilets may in fact be just enormous. And this change in description also told me one final and the most important thing. If we'll compare the design of this giant Astro troop from episode 51 to any other UFO toilet, or especially detainer toilet, then we'll see that their designs are drastically different and not similarly looking at all. Which means one thing. Boom actually changed the design of Astro Toilets along the way, but he had already kept a finished concept of their fraction in his mind and added some Astro Toilets in the series long before episode 53. So I rewatched the whole Skibidi Toilet series, and especially episode 51, to find some new information about Astro Toilets, because now I know so much context about them. And here's what I found, but before I'll reveal everything to you, let me remind you to give this video a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done it already, because your support is really important to me. Okay, so if you're subscribed now, let's continue. So I rewatched not only the original episode 51, but also remember my old analysis of it that I've made 9 months ago. Just think about it, guys. Time really flies. And in the moment of episode 51 release, I found this plain Skibidi, as I called him back then, very suspicious. And now I see that my suspicions weren't groundless at all. So here's what differentiated this toilet from the other Skibidi we were shown in the series. He was incredibly durable and robust, which allowed him to survive multiple shots from Titan Cameraman's huge laser cannon, and even a shot of blue flame from his core. And most importantly, he had red eyes, which signaled about something special in him. But despite his crazy resilience, his combat powers were pretty limited. He only had 4 rocket launchers and a dream, and as he shot all the missiles, he became basically useless in front of Titan Cameraman, which made me think that Astro Toilets also underwent some really crazy upgrades along the way, and they started pretty humble as well, and they weren't insanely powerful cyborgs from the further space as I initially thought. So the main thing that differentiates this giant Astro troop from the UFO toilet we saw in episode 53 is that this Astro troop still has a literal toilet as well as flush button that allowed Titan Cameraman to finish him off pretty easily. But if we're speaking of the UFO toilets and Astro Toilets we know now, then we'll notice that there is to toilet cisterns or flush buttons whatsoever. And starting with episode 53, we also saw the large amount of Astro Toilets with rotating rings forming their bodies. And I suspect that this exact device gave them an opportunity to store the energy that they later used for their ultrasonic speed gaps. So, after reanalyzing the episode 51, I decided to go even further because that's what I do on the channel a lot, guys. So I rewatched the whole Skibidi Toilet series with one goal in mind, to find even more mysterious flying toilets with no jetpacks on them but with some special designs or fighting abilities that could indicate on their relations to astrofraction as well. And the earlier appearances of a weird toilet floating in the air without any support from jetpacks could be traced back to episodes 5, 12, and 13, where he was finally flushed. So either this guy was just one of the earliest models of a flying Skibidi toilet that Boom created without having lots of details in mind, or this may be the simplest form of an Astro Toilet even appearing on the screen. And by the way, I didn't count any helicopter toilets because those were definitely just the regular Skibidi toilets who were only using helicopter blades as the tool for flying instead of jetpacks. And then I also remember this weirdly looking toilet from episode 59 that also managed to stay mid-air without using any jetpacks or helicopter blades whatsoever. And he was also heavily equipped with all sorts of rocket launchers, which made me thought that it could have been another large Astro troop or something like that. And by the way, check out these sick moves from Titan Speaker Man, who basically decided to use this toilet as some kind of air skateboard. And now we're moving to a pretty groundbreaking question. Is Glitch Toilet, who appeared in the series for the first time in episode 29, actually related to Astro Toilets or not? Because let's discuss this poor, freaky soul once again, as we know so much about Astro Toilet's abilities already. The main thing that makes me think about him being related to Astro Toilets once again is his unique ability to move at crazy speed while using all this insane tech. And before that, I dismissed this idea because Glitch Toilet's design was too far from the actual Astro Toilet's design, so I thought it didn't count. But now, as we know that the giant Astro Troop looked like this in episode 51, and he seemed to be more of a prototype for the newer, more upgraded Astro Toilet, I am shifting my opinion once again. And let's not gonna lie, I just want to see the comeback of Glitch Toilet really bad as lots of other Skibidi Toilet fans. I mean, just imagine a possibility like this. Glitch Toilet comes back together with Simp Cameraman in episode 74, because they both appeared in episode 54, so why the heck not? And I know that there are still endless disputes of Glitch Toilet and whether he can be counted as Astro Toilet or a Skibidi Toilet that stole and adapted Astro Toilet's technology. Speaking of which, it's also really interesting how and when exactly did Astro Toilets appear in this universe, because based on that information, we'll be able to figure out what amount of Astro's technology really influenced both Skibidi Toilet's upgrades and the Alliance's arms race too. But right now, the information is still pretty vague, and I hope to learn more about Astro Toilet's hierarchy in the future episodes so that our puzzle would be finally solved. Okay, but what's the most important things we know about Astro Toilets so far? They definitely came on Earth either from far space, another planet or universe, and they seem to not be related to Skibidi Toilets originally, although they definitely influenced Skibidi in a good way when they were working in cooperation with each other. They have seemingly superior intelligence, the ability to talk, and advanced technology, which all don't seem to be earthly at all. The Astro Toilets also seem to follow their own undisclosed goals, and might be observing the conflict between the Alliance and the Skibidi army from a hidden location for a really long time at this point. And right now, they are one of the most important figures on the chess desk, and that's why the Boom's attention starts shifting towards them pretty heavily, while abandoning the Skibidi fraction as promised in his earlier interviews. And I am also sure that Astro Toilets will be connected directly to the very finale of Skibidi Toilet series, because there are a few possibilities for it to end. As Astro Toilets are a common threat for both Skibidi Army and the Alliance right now, and their goal is to conquer the Earth eventually, I see two main scenarios to develop. The first one is that the war between the Alliance and the Skibidi Army may end in a draw, and both sides will unite against the Astro Toilets. And the second option is that the Skibidi Army may lose, and the Alliance will gain some powerful new ally, possibly computer men or a brand new race similar to drill men or clockmen. And what do you guys think about all this crazy Astro Toilet information that we just got? And that was all for today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, hit the like button below, and also be sure to write a comment with your own theories on that topic, because I'm always curious on what you might think. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube and Discord channels not to miss my new interesting videos. And that was me, ISOTOILET. See ya!